that little ass bottle is gonna get spilled all on his chin.
Man, you just gonna watch him take the shots. You not gonna take it too?
Hey, y'all gotta relax, man.
Take the shot with your boy, man.
Salute.
Look, I'll take a little sip with y'all.
Yeah, you guys are tuned in to the show after the show, even though it wasn't a show today. Mm-hmm. So this is the show of the day.
This is like a show in between
a show,
another podcast, and then
Cat versus Dog.
Cat versus Dog. Yeah.
We have a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
I'm pretty sure y'all done heard everybody say her name on every show.
Mm-hmm.
What was the nickname?
When y'all say special,
Nise, a.k.a. What was it?
Anita. We ain't gonna say that.
Anita Harwood.
Anita Harwood. Anita Harwood is
she's an author.
Author.
Is that the correct term?
Author?
Yeah.
That works.
Not Arthur, like from PBS.
I was about to ball my fist up.
The technical term is authoress, but author works fine.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is it one like actress and actor? We gotta be.
Fuck that. We gonna get it right. You authoress?
There you go.
Authoress.
I'm gonna have arthritis.
Now. Whoa.
Well.
Man.
Come on now, don't take too long now. Put it in your mouth now.
Yeah, I'm never doing it.
Immediately.
Yeah, she talking to you.
I already drunk some of mine.
He swallowed a little bit. Now it's time for round two.
You gotta relax, man.
Yeah, she wild.
Oh, it's always wilding when it's me. It's not wilding when niggas like, who got big areolas?
That ain't niggas.
Who swallows?
That ain't niggas.
Who does that? Oh, but it's wild now, and I want you to hit a round two, swallow.
We're not asking one particular person, do you have big areolas?
Don't miss your chin.
We're just saying in a general vicinity of a question of who has big areolas. You telling me directly to swallow.
Okay, so when it's like, who got big areolas? AC.
Ain't nobody said who the fuck.
Then what?
Whoever said AC.
Don't look over here.
Look, stop stalling and swallow that shit.
Ain't nothing about to get drunk now.
Yeah. That shit gonna sit.
You gotta take the shots.
Hey, you gotta tell a homegirl she gotta relax.
Hey, if you can't drink that with her saying that make you homophobic?
Nope.
What do you mean?
That's not the topic.
You can swallow a woman. You can swallow a woman. Trust me, you can.
In theory, you can, but
no,
I think it's a little tougher
Factually, you
with
can.
certain women.
Oh, so
that conversation we had earlier, I think it's a little tougher in that case.
Oh,
I think they're talking about women who don't squirt.
I think you're wrong, but
what y'all talking about?
None of your business. Take your shots.
I'm going to take a shot.
I'm going to drink the rest of this Patron that
I'm going to take a shot of Patron.
I brought the gentleman Patron shots. I'm waiting on them to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot that Nise brought me, Patron.
Yeah, I'm going to take the rest of this Patron.
Salud. Y'all so polite with it. So careful. Put such care into it. I appreciate it.
I hate tequila.
I didn't know that. I would have bought something else. I just picked shots.
You didn't notice that he only drinks dark?
No.
He doesn't like light skins.
I don't like light skin alcohol.
I don't like light skins.
I don't like light skins at all.
So we have topics. Yeah, absolutely. Nise, welcome to Townhouse Media, show after the show.
Thank you.
On behalf of Townhouse Media.
Hey, fuck that. She's not going by her real name. Her name is Anita Harwood.
Oh, Anita Harwood. Welcome to the show after the show. We appreciate all your support on all the shows.
I support everybody black.
No rules. No motherfucking rules.
Shout out to No Rules. Shout out Townhouse Media. Shout out Cat vs. Dog. Shout out Seriously Not Another Podcast. Shout out Too Much Game. Shout out Cool Ass Dude. Like, I know all the shows under the umbrella.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And we appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being a loyal patron.
Yeah, hold on, man.
I mean, Anita Harwood.
And I'm a patron. There you go.
Anita Harwood.
Look, nigga.
You gotta put your mouth close to the mic. That sounds disgusting. But I wasn't even trying to be nice. You really do have to.
Sorry.
We appreciate it.
Alright. Is that better?
That's good.
Thank you. You need it closer?
The people need to hear her, so she needed to put
Oh, you stuttering?
She need to what?
Put her mouth close to the mic.
Why you gotta say it like that? Very white.
This is a lot of instructions.
So we got Anita Harwood and we have we got horchata.
I like the cha-cha. Ay. I like the cha-cha.
What song is that?
Ay. You don't know that song?
You know, that shit remind me of the
That's
song.
Dram. That's the joint. What do you mean? They sampled the Super Mario Brothers?
That's who song?
That shit remind me of the song from Madagascar.
Dram.
Who?
Look, you felt it.
No,
Look.
I seen that little shimmy over there, nigga.
That sound like the song from Madagascar.
No, Anita Harwood said Madagascar, so it got in my head.
I like a big. I like a chunky.
I was the only one that caught that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I seen it.
I seen that shimmy. They get the shimmy, y'all, shimmy, y'all.
I like the
Okay, I see what y'all got going.
We don't even know this.
I'm talking about Anita Harwood song.
What's your song, Anita?
The Madagascar song.
The
That's what it sounds
Madagascar
like.
song.
So, question: So No Rules talked about theme songs on their show.
Mm-hmm.
What would your theme song be?
Devin the Dude, Cooter Brown.
Say it one more time.
Devin the Dude, Cooter Brown.
Cooter Brown. How'd that go, Ben?
You about to find out right now.
I happen to.
I'm afraid because I know Devin the Dude was that dude back in the day.
I know. That's my nigga. If it's not Devin the Dude, I'm gonna say it's DJ Quick's Groove number 6 from Under the Influence.
Why you look at me?
Because I know that's important. He happy.
I thought you was gonna say a balancing.
Well, no, I know.
I fucks with Balancing Out.
What album
Under
is
the
that?
Influence happens to be my favorite.
What album is the Cooter Brown on?
To the Extreme.
I like that. I like that actual song.
To the Extreme.
Yeah.
It's under, the intro. That whole album is my shit.
That's like his second album, huh?
It's actually the first album I was introduced to Devin the Dude.
Oh, okay.
On. Like I'd heard him on some other shit, but it was like the first album that got me into him, and I just love it ever since.
That's what? I don't see it on here.
To the Extreme.
They don't. That's because they don't have the regular one on
Pull it
here.
on YouTube.
They only have the chopped and screw version. Why
I
they
got
do
it.
that?
Chopped and screwed.
I got it. I listen to that joint regularly.
Yeah, we're gonna hear when she wake up and she, she get her day started.
It's slow. It's a slow song. It's not like.
Oh, okay.
Not like slow, sexy slow. It's slow, like you smoking slow.
Y'all got the slow songs. You and Ben. He had a slow one too.
What was Ben's song?
It was a Dom Kennedy song. I forgot the name of it. But
Oh
it was
yeah,
Dom
it
Kennedy
was
song.
Dom Kennedy.
But that nigga. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know it's playing in the headphones.
Is it?
Can you hear? You can hear?
I hear feedback. I don't know.
Okay.
Get her the thing.
She actually know about Devin the Dude. So what made you choose? What made you choose this song?
It's just something I
It's
vibe
just
with.
you, like your
all my life. Ever since I heard it, I just vibed with it.
That's
I fucks with
funky.
it. The same with the Quick's Groove number 6. I just vibe with it. If I like it, I like it.
Right.
Let's hear Quick's Groove number 6.
That shit's funky. Well, Mark, no, he a Quick fan. That shit's funky.
I can't remember which one that is because
You know it. You know it in the first 5 seconds. You know it. It's dope.
No, okay. That's your boy, man.
It's a shit.
Yeah, that's like work for the niggas, you know what I'm saying?
it's like work.
It's like work.
Mm-hmm.
Probably did that in his sleep.
This is the type of shit I put on a Sunday morning when I'm cleaning the house. Ain't no Anita Baker. This is my shit right here.
Oh, this is
This
it.
is my Sunday morning cleanup. That's this shit.
I don't think I ever heard this one.
This shit is dope.
This sounds like something that the Harlem Globetrotters be shooting shots and shit.
Well, I mean, if you listen to different genres, like you like your jazz, you like your R&B, it
fits everything.
Yeah, it fits. He introduces a little bit of everything with the bass, the horns, the snare, all that, you know. But that's quick though in general. That's why, you know, he's
that's why I said it's like work. It's a quick do.
Okay.
If you're a quick fan, this is like.
So
who wants to spit a hot 16? Okay.
AC Blue.
Yeah.
Ain't you the rapper? Go ahead.
AC the rapper.
AC the team player. Go ahead.
AC Blue.
She the only person on the rap at this table.
That's a whole ass lie.
Oh yeah, Mark got bars. I forgot Mark.
No, Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, we got videos of Mark rapping.
No, y'all don't. They just gotta take it down.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they canceled his channel.
Yeah, that shit got taken down.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn.
That shit is no longer.
Nefo channel canceled.
That shit.
Next.
That shit's no longer matters anymore.
Next. Hit him with the next.
The LA Raven next.
Hey, what was your theme song?
I thought about it
Mr.
a little
Marcus
bit.
Theme song when he walked in before he fucked somebody.
Wow, that's what y'all think about. Y'all really think I'm a whore, huh?
Chocolate.
Y'all really think I'm a whole ass whore?
Chocolate.
I don't think that.
My theme song.
A nigga better not even know what that music sound like.
I'm not a Mr. Marcus fan. I don't really know dudes that are popular. I just know dudes who fucking jack off and come real good. But anyway, my theme song is
like Rico Strong.
I don't know their names. None of them have names to me. It's just a compilation.
Like what's my nigga name? I posted a picture of him like a week ago.
What's his name? Why are you looking at the ceiling, bitch?
Relax.
He's like, hey,
I'm trying to think of that nigga name.
It was endless jokes inside of that question. That's what I know that. We're not gonna talk about this on the air, but it was endless jokes. And why are you looking at the ceiling?
I know. Like I think his name was Benjamin.
You got the wrong nigga.
Ben Randy.
Mr. Blueprint himself.
Okay, so I think my theme song will be Mr. Flamboyant 2K11 by E40.
Okay.
Mr. Flamboyant. You said 2K?
It's the second one, not the first
Lexington
one.
Steele. That's his name. It's Lexington Steele.
That shit was funny as fuck.
You seen the video where they were trying to go Super Saiyan and they replaced it with his voiceover?
Nuts. This it? What the fuck is going on with this shit? You see how fucking this your theme song?
Make my motherfucking money back. That's my shit. Yeah. All my fatty. That's my shit. No, it's not for you.
I didn't say it was for me. I'm just looking.
If I had a third theme song, it would be E40's Do You Head Like This? That intro.
That's a good one too.
That intro. That should get you hype.
I can see her pulling up to this shit.
Yeah, I can get my day started to this.
Yeah, this is definitely.
It made me feel like I'm a superhero, like I'm about to fucking save the world. Wait, turn this part up. When I was born, I was designed to be a boss, just to be able to deal with anything that I came across. Okay, that's all. You just heard off. That's all. That's all I needed was that part right there. That was it.
You're not gonna finish the bar?
All I needed was that line. That was it. That starts my day.
AC got bars. She playing with y'all.
That's it.
Clearly.
That
I know AC Blue.
Clearly.
I'm retired.
What? That wasn't your name, was it?
It was.
AC Blue?
It was.
Inglewood AC Blue?
It was.
That ain't gonna work. Oh, I still got it.
I mean,
It works.
Ain't no blue in it.
Things
Oh, it is
change.
blue in Inglewood.
There's one and
Yes, it is.
I'm not a legend.
It's two. Oh, it's 3 games in Inglewood.
It's only one Crip
3
game
Crip
in
games.
Inglewood, and that's Legends. But
Nah,
they
it's only 2.
No,
they're
if you grew up
non-existent.
if you grew up going down the bread, Overhill.
That's not technically Inglewood.
They got the Mad Ass Gangster, Mad Ass Gangster
I grew
Crip.
up over there.
Oh yeah.
That's
Mad Ass
like
Gangster
Windsor
Inglewood
Hills.
Crip Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got the Imperial Village.
You talking about before you hit Slauson?
The Overhill 6 O's is like off of like.
That's the good part.
Yeah, that's Windsor Hill.
That's
it's
over by where
it's
Yeezy
still
is.
Inglewood if you put. Yeah, it is by Yeezy. It's still Inglewood if you put.
People who live in Inglewood would claim that territory.
Because that's where I grew up. By the Nelson's liquor store.
I've never heard nobody in Inglewood claim that part of Inglewood.
That's what I was gonna say.
They don't
by
like
definition,
now it's too nice. They don't like
because that's technically not Inglewood. That's Windsor Hills. Niggas in Inglewood will claim Ladera Heights.
That's them.
Yeah.
But that's on the other side.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Ladera Heights was nice, like way too nice.
I don't know nobody from Inglewood who claimed
Windsor Hills.
Where the Overhills at? Like,
yeah,
I do. But whatever.
So, are you an imposter Inglewoodian?
No. Hyde Park Market.
Okay.
Across the street from the Key Shop in Rogers Park.
You don't know shit about that Key Shop. I done been frequenting that Key Shop for ages.
And my grandmother's house was on Inglewood Avenue and Fairview. That's where
Inglewood Avenue, Fairview. That's a good neighborhood.
Yeah, it's decent.
Nah, that's good.
Inglewood and Fairview?
That's good.
That's where my grandmother's house was.
Because Eucalyptus and Fairview is a nice ass block, and that's the next block over.
It is.
Yeah, you're an imposter.
No, I'm not.
Why she gotta be an imposter? She from Inglewood.
Because she one of them Sedity Inglewood niggas. She don't know about going
All
around anything.
Inglewood
She don't know about
niggas
the
is
trap.
What?
She don't know about the trap.
Hey, hold on. All Inglewood niggas is Sedity.
Okay, look, we not gonna take no slander.
Okay. Ain't no slander.
We ain't gonna take no slander.
Ain't no
not
slander.
while I'm here. We're not here to help me defend Inglewood. We ain't gonna take no
Look,
slander.
I'm an Inglewoodian to the core, but I grew up in like the heart of the shit, like Regent and Inglewood Ave.
That's a nice
First
area.
of all, but you ain't.
That's Queen Street.
That's a nice area.
After living on Hyde Park Market, I also grew up in the Bottoms, 104th and Crenshaw.
Okay, we don't want that.
Fuck.
I was also on 104th and Crenshaw.
All right, show's over. Get her out of here quick.
Okay.
I was saying, I did all over Inglewood.
You didn't even have to mention that part.
Matter of fact, I lived on 104th and Crenshaw before I left to Vegas.
Hey, that's the homies over there, but we out of here.
Yeah, nobody
talk
from
to me about Inglewood. I've been all over this.
Nobody from Inglewood really
30 years strong. I've been.
No, they do claim that part.
The bottom.
That's like niggas who went to Morningside was trying to get back to Inglewood like a motherfucker.
No, they claim that part.
Niggas claim the bottoms.
Nah, niggas claim the bottoms.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It's all old heads, though. I mean, it ain't nothing to strip off of now. It's all old heads.
The bottom,
old niggas.
The bottoms is a known. Well, as far as hood wise, it's a known place.
No, it's a known part of Inglewood. It is, but I'm just saying, like, I know when I think of Inglewood, I think of like the North. Like,
you know how hard it was. You know how hard it was
our conversation
to. Hey, this is dope though. Like, it's you know how hard it was to get niggas to come over my house when I told them where I lived.
Yeah.
You know how hard that shit was.
Listen,
that's out.
Listen, I wouldn't go into the bottoms.
No, like I couldn't get it. But when I was like, no, these my people, they my folks, they cool.
I would say that same shit.
And it was the MLB card, and I wasn't going to the bottom.
Yeah, nah. Niggas would not come to my house when I told them where I stayed. And at first I was like, that's a pussy ass nigga. But then I realized, I was like, oh wait, you know what?
Yeah. Niggas could get that work.
I'll be second guessing going to Costco. I'll be like, damn, I want to go to Costco.
Niggas don't even like going to that food list over there.
It ain't like that no more.
Shit.
Gang activity.
They trying to gentrify. They trying to gentrify the fuck out that area.
Yeah, them people are gone.
No, not them little niggas be over there acting wild.
Not on 104.
I went to the Food for Less. I went to the Food for Less a couple of months ago, and the young nigga was in Food for Less acting wild.
But you know what? I've been.
Shit, I just went to the liquor store and the Mexican was acting wild.
I don't even know how gentrified it is. I've been gone for 5 years, so.
Oh, it's getting crazy because they building the new stadium and shit over there.
I know.
Down the street.
Niggas
it's getting crazy in Vegas too because they building a Raiders stadium over there.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy too.
This nigga thought he won on the scratcher, and he was pressing that line hard.
Yeah,
he was pressing the line hard.
The lady behind the register, they were going at it.
All you gotta do is put it to the scanner. They got a scanner.
He
there.
did.
He thought he won.
And she's like, "Fuck you, bro! Like you didn't win. You're out of here."
The Asian lady.
Wait, exactly.
We pay him to get out, and she's like, "You didn't win, nigga. Let go."
I'm ignorant. I was like, "Nigga, you lost, nigga."
That's funny as fuck.
But But my thing was, it was 2 other dudes in there, and she had to handle that shit by herself. But I see she was handling that shit.
That's
the Hispanic dudes wasn't in there.
Yes, they were. It was 2 of them.
And they weren't saying nothing.
She was absolutely nothing. She was just like, "No, I said you didn't win."
She had an attitude.
That's probably what the mother dudes didn't jump in because she was like, "No, nigga."
She owned it.
He didn't get in her face or nothing. He was just talking.
Or she the daughter. She the daughter.
Yeah,
so, she with the shits, all of the shit.
She looked like she was.
So, Nise, what inspired you?
Anita Harwood.
Oh, sorry. Anita Harwood. What inspired you to write Dying to Love? Starring Spills.
Relax, fam.
Serious.
Spills is
it's not even about you, nigga.
Spills is not.
The nigga was spilling shit.
First off, there was a post that went up, and Anita Harwood said something, and you was like, "Oh, Spills."
No, I was the one who said Spills. But it wasn't about you. Like, seriously. The dude was shooting his shot by spilling popcorn and soda on bitches.
Shit in the beginning.
So That's Spills.
Like, making a spill.
It wasn't about you, though.
Relax. And this one not about me neither. I didn't make the cut.
So, Nise.
Not this one, anyway.
Nise, what inspired you to write Dying to Love? 1 and 2.
Truth be told, my inspiration just came from... being a creative in general. As a kid, I used to doodle like little notes and write little poems and stuff like that. Like I started out that way, and my grandmother used to nurture my talent. She had me writing books. She was a little bit of child psychologist, and she had me like reading books. And she had huge collections and stuff. And I'd be like, man, I want to do these. And I used to get in trouble because I'd be scribbling little notes in her books and stuff like that. And then I just started writing my own. I was like, well, if I'm gonna get in trouble for fucking with your shit, let me just make my own. And I used to write like little short stories and books, and it just kind of came along after that. And then for this story in particular, I actually wrote it, truth be told, almost 12 years ago.
So that would have made you how old?
I had shelved it. Well, I'm 32 now.
So you were like 20 when you wrote this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you was a savage.
Yeah. And what it was is I never finished it. It didn't have an ending until I decided to publish it. It actually tells a story of some shit that I kind of went through in my personal life. And I just shelved it because I didn't really want people to know like what I was going through and, what my outlook was. So
was you cussing niggas out like that intro? Because that was pretty hardcore. Like, fuck you, nigga.
A little bit, yeah. It's funny because he probably don't remember, but that's how I got introduced to him. My cousin at the time did not like the person I was dating. And my cousin was like, I'll call the squad, blah, 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 blah. Mark probably don't remember that shit. But,
do you remember that?
My cousin at the time was like, yeah, I'll call the squad. It ain't nothing.
He's a part of the squad?
Yeah, at the time, yeah. And then, I told you, Mark basically family. And then, I just shelved it, like I said, because I was like, you know what, this is deep. But it was my outlet. It was me writing in my journals, just trying to keep my mind from straying to other places. So it was my outlet. I just kept writing, and it turned into a little story. And I would pick it up and leave it alone, and pick it up and leave it on. Like, just every other year, I would, tinker with it. And then one of my friends was like, oh, I just released a book. You should check me out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, sure, I support you, whatever. I read her book, and I was like, dang, this is good. I want to write like this, and it just instantly, the spark came back, and I wanted to write again. And I was like, you know what, I got something. I'd be interested in giving it to a publisher. She was like, let me see. I showed her a couple chapters. She was like, send this in to the publisher. Send this in. So she looked me up with her publisher. She started a little group chat or whatever, and she was like, such and such, this is Nise. She writes, she fire. I told her to, send you a couple chapters. You should check her out. I sent her a couple chapters, and she was like, I need the end to this right now. And it took off from there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it, but I definitely intend to. I got the pleasure of getting my book signed because I'm confident that you will be a major key in a short period of time. But I have a question though, because I have a lot of stories that are mind-boggling. And I'm sure some other people might have some as well. How does one get on to the book grind if that's something they're interested in?
From experience, have your story finished.
Have it finished, okay.
Have your story finished. Know if you want to write just short stories, novellas, a full novel, a series. Know off top.
I was thinking something along the lines of like, you remember like Chicken Noodle Soup?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of short stories of like fuckery that I've experienced.
There's short story books do well, like the Gabrielle Union book.
Okay.
Short story books do well.
Okay.
Because there's lessons in those stories. So as long as you provide something meaningful in each story, they'll do well.
And so, do you like contact the publisher, or like how does that work?
Yeah, contact the publisher that works well in the genre that you've chosen to write in.
Okay.
And genres that you will continue to write in, even if it's something that you're not writing in yet, like let's say paranormal or something like that. Choose a publisher who will work with the time that you have available, and like I said, the genres you want to work with. Because not all publishers promote all genres because they have a team of people already under them that that's making money for them, writing other types of books in specific genres, and you'll fit right in and you'll grab that audience and you'll grab those fans. But if you coming in on something else, it's a little harder for you to pick a new genre when you already got people that's focused on one in particular.
Let me ask you.
Read your contract. Read your contract.
That's what I was gonna get into.
Yes, definitely read your contract. It's no 360 type shit, but it can be. It definitely can be.
How do the numbers break down on where you write it? Now you have to give them a certain percentage.
For my first contract, I can't give too many details.
Oh, okay.
For my first contract, where I wrote "Dying to Love You" or whatever, there was definitely a percentage involved. Mm-hmm. But I will say that she did the majority of the work. All I had to do was write.
Right. Yeah. And she did the footwork.
When it makes it that easy for you, it's less of a percentage for you too.
Facts.
Literally, all I had to do was write. She took care of the editing, the publishing, the promoting, even the book covers. Right. She took care of everything. Hiring a graphic artist to do that. Hiring test readers to read it and read through it and tell me, what parts need to be worked on before it gets released to the public. All of that. Mm-hmm. She took care of all of that. But that means her percentage is higher.
Now, while you doing this, have you been picking up games like or covering your tracks to where you can kind of be more independent on the way there, as far as like cut out a lot of like how she did a lot of footwork to where you can find a lot of this on your own?
Being an indie writer is a little tougher because not only do you have to do everything yourself, when you have a publisher, there's a preset fan base that's already there. From not only whatever they do, but all their other authors as well.
Right.
It's just like signing to a record label. That particular record label already got fans.
Gotcha.
And when they bring you under the belt, under them, it's like, oh, okay, I can bring you on. But when it's brand spanking new, it's hard to get people to listen to you. It's like when you're writing a book, it's like starting off as a brand new artist trying to sell your mixtape. Right. You brand new, you got no audience, you gotta bring people to you based off pure talent.
Right.
And these days, people are not that into books. It's a little harder with books. But if you're good, your work speaks for itself, and word starts to spread. You self-promote in like Facebook groups and Instagram hashtags and all that other stuff. You self-promote. It's work just like anything else. You treat it like any other craft, but it does work as long as you commit to it like you do anything else.
And I commend you because I don't even know nobody that wrote one book, let alone two. You know what I'm saying? So that
not easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they asked you all the serious questions. Let me ask you some fun shit.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
Don't ask her about her areolas, my nigga.
That's not what I was about to say. God damn, what's having a good ass conversation and you want to bring up some areolas?
Oh, Mark is serious today.
Hey, tell us about yourself. What you enjoy doing? What you like outside of writing? What's your hobby? What you like to do?
Well, I work full time mostly, but I do like what I do. I work in trade shows. I'm in school full time. Actually, I'm in my last class. I just graduated, so I'm finishing my last class. When I'm not reading or writing books, I'm mostly video gaming. I stay on my Xbox.
Wait. Bring it back.
Wait. You on your what?
I stay on my Xbox. I stay on that.
How are you so talented and you write all these good books, but you make such bad decisions when it comes to video games?
First of all, I think you know better I used to be a PlayStation head.
Right.
The only reason I switched is because of some other shit. But the dude I was messing with for the last several years switched over, so I switched over, you know.
Right.
But I might actually
don't let these niggas
back,
switch you over, girl.
you know. I mean, I like both systems, PlayStation and Xbox. I don't care. I just like shooting.
You like to play.
I like shooting that
I
nigga.
just like shooting.
You like to play games.
The PlayStation door is always home. You can always come back home.
I still got all my PlayStations.
She said I got all of my PlayStations.
I'm talking PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PSP. Before the Vitas came out, PSP, I still got one. I don't know where the adapter is, but I got it. I still got a working PlayStation 3. I still got all of that shit, but the only thing I touch is my Xbox One right now. Yeah. Because that's where my clans are.
How'd you get into gaming?
I've been in games all my life. I had a Super Nintendo as a kid. I had a Super Nintendo as a kid. Everything from NBA Jams to George Foreman KO Boxing, I played all that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
She with the shits.
I played all that shit as a kid. It just... And I grew up with cousins. It was all dudes. All my cousins was dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Sega Genesis, we switched over to everything.
Sega Genesis?
Yeah, we played everything.
Sonic,
Mortal Kombat,
Street
Fighter,
Tekken.
We played all that
shit. Next. Now, are you done with the Dying to Love? Is it a trilogy?
No, it was just a 2-part series. That's done.
That's it.
Those characters will not return.
Okay, got you. Have you started on the next?
I actually have a couple under my belt right now that I tend to think of ideas for books and I'll write them down, write whatever ideas coming to me. I might even start like a paragraph or two and I'll save it and shelve it for later. I actually have a couple. I've been bouncing between, I was telling AC this earlier, I've been bouncing between 3 stories right now. I just don't know which one I'm going to proceed with, but I'm kind of flirting with all 3 of them right now.
To you, is character development in your stories, is it pretty simple to do, or is it?
Character development is simple if you know who they are.
Right.
Sometimes character development comes to you. Like, for example, in part 2 of Dying to Love You, there's a particular character that you really learn a lot about and why she is the way she is. Mm-hmm. I did not expect to go as dramatic with her character as I did, but I'm glad I did because it makes the most sense for part 1. It made everything make sense. It closed all ends. It answered all questions, and I had a lot of fun writing part 2. The chick is crazy, so I had a lot of fun writing that because it was a moment where I could let the creativity flow with her character development.
You can let your crazy out.
Hey.
Say man. Hey man. Hey man.
Now, how long did it take you to complete part 2, Dying to Love 2?
To complete it?
Yeah.
If I hadn't played around, and well, I wasn't playing around. I was studying and all of that shit and working.
All right.
It took me under 8 months, but about 6 months for real. Between 6 to 8 months.
That's not bad. And to come up with something, a great piece of art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like to rush them. I can't.
You can't rush
There's people in urban fiction who drop books every other week, and I am amazed at how fast some of them can write. And some of them work too, and some of them write full time. But I'm amazed at how fast some of them.
Okay, I have a question. Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite author?
Your favorite. So the genre that you're in is like the black romance novels, right?
Like urban fiction.
So who's your favorite?
Eric Jordan Dickey.
My favorite is Elin Harris. Rest in peace.
Elin Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I read all that. I grew up with another Inglewood thing, Zyra's bookstore down on La Brea.
I fuck that bookstore, man.
That's
no, she no.
What happened?
That was the black business that I was talking about. Man. Where I was saying I went there to get a real estate book, and she didn't even have no fucking real estate books in a black bookstore.
Well, no, but all she had was fiction.
Relax.
You can't get on her for that.
It was a fiction store. That's
I'm on her head. No, fuck that.
So,
all she can.
You think black people would have learned about real estate?
But Trip. That's
I don't need you to tell me to relax.
Not to cut you off.
Right, not to cut you off.
Not to cut you off, right?
It's
a fiction. It's a fiction store.
But it is a fiction.
No, it's not. It says books and things.
Every book I have ever purchased from that store.
Shit.
Every book I have ever purchased from that store has been fiction. I have never seen a self-help or anything type book in there.
And I don't like
even
that.
If they had them, I probably just didn't see them because
they have other books.
But I've always seen either autobiographies or like black authors and whatnot, or biographies or fiction books.
You gotta relax.
No,
I've never seen
like
like
I don't like. Okay, so let me tell you how I feel about that. I don't like the fact that you being a black bookstore in a prime location that's walkable.
At the time, it wasn't prime.
That bookstore has been there since I was a kid. That
It
bookstore been there before.
But
it was
that
even
shopping mall
Zara's.
across the center was shit.
Anyhow,
Nothing like it was now. Before they
anyway,
gentrified it.
I don't like the fact that she has a bookstore.
Okay.
And she don't have things besides the hood shit.
I mean,
the hood nonfiction novels.
But if that's not what type of store it is, why would you have it?
It's called Books and Teens.
And I'm pretty sure
I need you to have some teens besides
African art. It's African art. That's the teens.
And teens was African art.
The teens is African art.
All right, fine.
Like they would sell.
I guess I'm the only one that wants to
Now,
read some shit besides.
You can't be buying Taco Bell because they don't have nuggets. What's wrong with you?
How the fuck y'all gonna be in a black neighborhood? You ain't got no chicken nuggets.
I mean, Zara is what put me on to like Air Drum, Dickie, Zane, Sister Soldier, all of that. That's where I first bought Dakota's Whenever, which we all know was
I feel
classic.
you, but I'm just saying, me being somebody who's been at Inglewood.
And to be honest, it was the only black bookstore in that area.
You're right. And before she owned it, there were other books besides just those kind of books.
I mean, there were, but it was not ones that the kids my age were interested in. And all her customers were kids my age.
Well, like
we
I
were
said,
all looking for the Sister Soldier books, the Zane books, you know, the Sex Chronicles and all
The
that
ones
shit.
you can rub
That's
one
the
out
ones
to.
we were all looking to shut the fuck up. That's the ones we was all looking for. You know,
I'm
she
just
catered
saying.
to the audience.
So, Zara, if you're listening, it would be nice if you could have some other teams besides the Books and Teens.
But I get what you're saying.
That's
It's
just
an
the
area
fiction.
where
Like,
black kids
you know,
come to buy books. They should be.
we
able
want to
to
read
educate
other teens
I get it.
besides just the little hood novels.
Teens.
They should be able to
We
educate
like
themselves.
educational teams like real estate and fix your credit and nigga self-help books.
Well, that's
I need help.
I think.
And I can't go far to get it.
Help me.
I don't have that kind of time.
That's like going to that's like going to a comic book store and now they don't have a fucking Jet magazine.
Or Word Up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
Or chocolate.
I
Help
would
me.
just like a variety. That's
Or
all I'm
chocolate.
saying.
Help me. Huh?
I need help.
So
I do.
let me
Help
let me
me.
ask you. Now
Help
you
me.
talked about
Shit.
an author who came out with something every week or every month or something like that.
Yeah, there's tons of authors who do it.
Are there some that has like writing groups, like a staff of writers? You think that's how they pushing shit out like that?
Nah. Some of them chicks literally push them out back to back themselves. I be catching them up on Facebook 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, up writing 10K word challenge, 10,000 words.
Yeah.
Word challenge type shit. They
Oh, I have a
just going back to back.
question. So, like, I know the average novel would typically be like just over 100 or so pages.
Mm.
What does that translate to as far as like typing wise? Is that like 30 to 40 pages or?
Novels, series books, you want to reach for like 40K. If you want a full length like book, just like one shot book, you want to do 60K or more. But that's urban fiction standards. That's not like some other genres standards. If you're doing novellas, it's probably 30K or less, you know, and that's just word count.
And you're talking about word count. So what about page count? Like, say I'm on Word and I'm
Page
beating some shit
page
out.
count vary based on format.
Right.
So we don't go by pages.
Mm.
30,000 words.
It can vary by format. You know, if you push out your pages or your chapters by your fonts and your spacing, and if your chapters start with names,
Or
and
if you're
all
like
titles
writing
or
in all
something.
caps, like "fuck you, nigga," all caps.
Hey, but let me ask you a question. I know in hip hop, like ghostwriters, you know, if you have a ghostwriter, it's looked down upon. Is it like that in when you writing a book too?
No, I don't think it's the same as it is in hip hop.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's the same. I think that trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here. I think when you have a ghostwriter when you're writing books, it's harder to find out than it is if you were to have one in hip hop.
But it shouldn't even matter. Like if you have a writing crew or staff or whatever.
I think it does matter. Your work is your work.
I mean, I can respect that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna down anybody who does have writers because sometimes shut up.
Hey,
Look, I'm not even going down people who have ghostwriters, to be honest, because sometimes you got people who can really, really write, but they can't deliver the message.
Right.
And then you got people who can deliver a message in a way that's eloquent beyond a way that you imagine, but they can't write.
Right.
So if you want that message to get across, sometimes you have to be mature enough to know that somebody else is better for the job.
This is true.
And that takes a lot of maturity and a lot of personal growth to come to.
And how many, for yours, the word count, are yours 30 or 60?
No, both of those are 45K or more.
She ain't playing out here.
Jesus.
My next book is going to be 60.
60.
Speaking of 60, good transition, because I wanted to talk about something that's near and dear to you, which is Nipsey Hussle.
All right.
We didn't get a chance to talk about this on Seriously Not on the podcast.
Where you sell that? All right.
So there's been shit coming out about Nipsey's case. Ben, enlighten us.
Oh, what's his name? Eric
Holder.
Whatever.
The shitty cut.
Bitch nigga. It came out that he actually was shooting. He ran up on him with 2 guns. He was shooting with 2 guns.
And he came back.
You know. So he walked up with 2 guns like Yo Sammy Sam was shooting. Not like 2 guns in, like one in the pocket. He walked. I didn't see it on the.
I didn't see it on the video.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the video. But
yeah, I've heard it. I didn't see it either on the video.
You know, also, they letting the driver off because she said she didn't. Well, we know they let her go.
Too, or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she better go out to Wisconsin somewhere.
She needed this a fucking peer.
Yeah.
But
I think she's trying to.
But you know what? Streets always catch up with everybody. So
That is
it's a matter of time. I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but streets catch up with people.
I mean, but this like
catch up with you.
My whole thing is like, don't act like you don't know what was going on.
Right.
You
Everybody get in my car that I don't know where we going, what we doing, why we pulling off all fast.
Yeah.
In my car like that.
From what I heard, and
I'm going to the marathon location. I ain't stupid.
But he got into the verbal altercation first, then came back to the car.
But that's the thing. It wasn't.
And she took him around.
That's the.
You knew what was happening.
The sad part is.
I don't want to rehash this. What's the question?
Yeah. The sad part is it wasn't even an argument. No voices was raised. Nipsey was being genuine, asking him like, "Yo, you heard this? It's this like." Just be careful over here. Not telling him like, nigga, you snitch. You know, be careful over here. Yeah. And you know, I guess I mean, I'm so far removed from the streets at this point. You know, I get the snitch jacket, but if you did that, obviously it's true. If you took it at heart like that, and if you just talking to me as a man and looking out for my well-being,
because once you get that label on you from a rep, that's it.
But you also got to think about from a perspective of you putting your ego down when you say that. We don't know what Eric Holder's ego was. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's just being branded by the rep. When you branded by a rep, that's a tough jacket to shoot.
And what she's saying is right. When you get labeled as a snitch, like that's the thing you can't come back from no matter what.
Yeah.
But
especially for somebody so
high up. But shit, if he knew, I'm pretty sure the whole neighborhood knew.
But it's different when you like hear about some shit versus it being labeled. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
And that bitch, she knew what the fuck was going on. Like if y'all got y'all food and left, you had to take that nigga somewhere and get the 2 guns and come back. And you know we're not gonna say what gang she's affiliated with, but she's affiliated with a known enemy of them. So it's like it's a sketchy. It's sketchy.
I just hate that he had so much work unfinished, but it's up to us. The marathon continues. We can do it.
The seed is most definitely planted. The seed is planted.
So I have another question for you, Anita Harwood. We kind of talked about this in the car. I want you to talk to our listeners about this. How did you feel about the black bitches with the nice hair? Seeing as how you a light skin. Light skin lives matter.
Hey, shorty, light skin.
Brown skin.
Oh, okay.
You're not brown skin.
Brown
Just
skin.
FYI, Ben is brown skin.
On the lighter side.
Ben is the perfect caramel color. We are definitely French vanilla in this bitch.
I do believe I'm on the lighter side of the spectrum, but I don't believe I'm technically classified as light skin.
So you think that you're what?
Brown.
Caramel macchiato.
You like light brown?
Like a light brown skin.
Yeah, she like light brown.
Light herb.
What do you think you are, Mark?
That nigga.
Can somebody mute this nigga, Mike? I'm looking at this nigga's shirt and saying, rule number 1, I'm always right. Like, the fuck, bro?
Mark's on timeout.
Right, yeah, that nigga's on timeout. And what does the bottom say? Can you pull that down a little bit? See back for rule number 2. Let's see the back.
Pull what down, Nancy?
I need to see what the back says. Rule number 2, see front. See, that's that smart ass shit. Nobody got time for that.
See rule number 3.
So are you light skin? Are you brown skin or what?
Nah, I'm brown skin.
These niggas are colorblind in this bitch.
Brown skin.
What is he?
Mark,
you think
Mark
you're brown?
I'm brown
He's
skin.
definitely brown skin.
He's
browner than
So
I am.
who's the lightest one in the room?
You, nigga.
No, nigga.
You better not say him.
I say Nise.
No.
I say you're wrong.
Then me.
No.
I say you're
Then
wrong.
Look.
Mark.
Look,
And then Ben.
check this out.
Yeah, let's do this.
Check that out. Nah.
Wait a minute. We the same color.
No, we not.
I was about to say.
Thank you. Rock, paper, scissors.
Nah,
Make
we
sure I
close. We
know.
close.
Wait,
I'm probably
more
like-
chocolate. Look at me, scoot back a little bit so I can see both of your face.
You probably like
Nah.
half a cup of
Nah,
Clorox
nah,
more
nah,
than
nah,
me.
nah.
Half a
You
cup.
can't go off the
No, no,
face,
no,
Mark.
no.
I've
Let me
been
see y'all.
peeling.
Cause we looking.
I've been peeling. It doesn't count.
Anita Hardwood, put your arm up. Let me see your arm. Put your arm up, poor child. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you look at it like this, yeah.
This is
the sun,
melanin on fleek, my
that's
nigga.
because
What do you mean?
the sun hit that more when you drive. But if you go like
no, this is actually my
the
body.
inside of the arm.
Look at
And
the
even
inside.
the inside of the arm. Look, man.
Yeah, you're definitely lighter.
No, I'm not.
No,
No.
you're lighter than
I
me.
got brand.
Look, AC, 3 of
It don't-
us against 1.
It don't matter.
So the point is,
I'm on that spectrum.
how do you feel about the?
To be perfectly honest with you, I was more offended about the black bitches part
That's
than I
what
was.
That's what I would think women should be more offended by the black bitches.
I mean, we get caught up
I
on
just
shit
fuck with black
in
bitches
songs or whatever, but I mean, you know.
What do you think nice
all
hair
the
is?
bitches to the floor. It was like, damn, the black bitches.
What do you think nice hair is?
I think nice hair is anybody who has hair. I mean, do your fucking hair. That's nice hair. I don't think
So it's not the same as good hair.
Okay, you know what? What I'm not going to do is act like there's not a stigma on like 4C type hair and 4B type hair and anything 3B and up. I'm not going to act like that because nice hair has always been, or good hair, has always had some kind of stigma or some shit like that.
But do you think he meant good
classify it as,
hair
like,
when he
nappy
said nice
and-
hair? Because when I hear nice hair, I just think that's a bitch who has her hair done. Like nice hair. I don't think nice hair and good hair are the same thing.
I think his history speaks for itself because he has continuously dated racially ambiguous women, and the blackest woman he's dated is Rihanna.
And she ain't got nice hair.
Publicly anyway. Publicly.
She don't have nice hair.
She does.
Her real hair or her weave?
Yeah,
No, that's a whole ass lie.
It was nice, but
That's called a perm, honey.
And see that's what I was gonna say.
Perm.
Wow.
I mean, I just feel like everybody.
I love
like,
Rihanna, but it's just fact.
I just feel like, oh, Chris Brown canceled. Chris Brown has done a lot of shit to be canceled for. You mean this is the shit that gets the final straw?
Nah, I think they just don't want to see the light skinned niggas be great. That's what I think.
I think people just need something to argue about.
That's it.
I mean, there's that, but I feel like he has a list of shit that he could be canceled for, and if this is the thing, then people's priorities are fucked up.
So let me ask you, as far as this whole Little Mermaid situation.
Okay, first of all, it's a fucking fish. Okay, and the difference in that
But
shit
fish
versus
is important to some of these niggas.
look.
Color
I think
matters.
the difference between changing the color to a fictional mermaid versus a fictional Chinese princess or something like that or whatever, like, for example, Princess and the Frog, Princess Tiana, or Mulan, or these are all based on their culture. These stories were based on their cultures, where their characters had to be defined by who they are in their race and their ethnicities, because culture is important. You can't have a white person playing any one of those because it's not their culture. That's not their culture. They can't relate to that.
Right.
It's a fucking fish. She ain't got no culture. And if we want to be specific, you know, the Atlantic is off Africa, so Ariel
it
black.
depends.
I mean, Sebastian is a Jamaican crab.
Was
you know.
she a catfish?
Was
It might be black.
I mean, she was a catfish while she was on land. You know, she was pretending to be some other bitch. Ursula too. But I feel like it's an invalid argument, and I think it's invalid because it's fantasy fiction, and the whole purpose of fantasy fiction is to be able to imagine what you want it to be.
Hey Ben, let me ask you a question. Y'all might know about this too, but how they changing her to being black, is that like the same as them making women Ghostbusters?
Oh, you tried it.
It's also fantasy fiction, man.
But
Because it ain't mermaids and unicorns.
I ain't gonna lie, the women Ghostbusters didn't move me.
Nah, the women.
And
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care that they changed it to women. The movie wasn't good.
Do you like the original Ghostbusters?
Oh, the original Ghostbusters.
Okay,
Shit.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one
Yeah,
where
that's
they
pretty
revamped it
good.
with the chicks. It just wasn't good.
That's a good comparison.
It just wasn't good. You know.
Well, that's gender. That's just gender switch.
But it's the same thing in the sense of changing up from the original.
But how AC was saying last night on your show was when girls grew up with Ariel being white, and so now when you see it in the actual human, it's a black. It's black. So that's what she was saying last night, right?
Yeah, it goes.
But I mean,
even
even that's not true. Ariel's identity was never specified.
Her
racial ethnicity was never specified.
That part is undisputed.
No, she
was melanin deficient like a motherfucker.
I mean, she was.
I know black girls.
But also, how old is Little Mermaid? It's definitely more than 20 years old. How old is it?
I get you, but
what was Hollywood at the time?
My point is just to say that.
Do you honestly think The Little Mermaid would be as iconic as it is now if Ariel was any other color but what she was?
No.
At that time, no. Exactly. But
Snow White, same shit.
But I guess my thing is, and this
else.
is me being pro-black than the motherfucker. Like, it's no secret. I love my blackness, but some shit just needs to be left alone, in my opinion. I don't think that.
I agree that some things need to be left alone, but
and I'm a Disney
I think
head,
that pushing fantasy fiction to fit some racial profile is excessive. It's fantasy fiction.
Right.
Which is all the more reason why you need to leave it as it is, right?
No, you need to leave cultural shit the fuck alone because it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Cultural shit you need to leave alone.
Okay.
There is no culture to The Little Mermaid.
I know that.
No identifiable culture.
Except if you put her on land, then that'd be on me.
Because let's not act like it's not light-skinned redheads out here. Like natural.
Hello.
Fact.
You know
Fact.
what I'm saying?
We can't act like there's not natural redheads that are light skinned out here.
Yeah.
I know some black women who has probably about the same complexion as Ariel.
You know, we can't act like, black people can have blue eyes and all of that. We can't act like that.
It's true.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's fantasy fiction, and I think it's excessive.
So let me ask you about
Y'all want to be mad about something? Be mad about Gods of Egypt, because all of them niggas was white, and we all know that none of them was white.
Hey, CJ put up a post. She said if white people mad about Ariel being black, they really be pissed off about Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That was dope. Actually,
Hair like, oh, you telling?
Yeah, that was dope. CJ definitely been putting some shit out this week.
What is it? Bronze skin? Is that what it said in there? Bronze skin
and wool hair.
Hair wool. That sound black to me.
I ain't never seen no white people with wool hair.
I seen them with, I'm gonna say bronze skin. You know when they put that spray on shit, that spray on tan shit.
That fake tan.
Yeah.
I wanna talk to Nise about this TL issue I got. So if you send a girl a DM and it shows she didn't read it, and you send her another one and she didn't read it, but she on Facebook posting shit, days go by, she still hasn't read it, do she have you reaching out to her? Or do she know you reaching out to her, asking for my motherfucking self because I want to write on her wall, bitch, go look at your funky ass inbox now.
Hey, pick me.
She's absolutely ignoring the fuck out you.
Hey, pick me.
Right.
She's absolutely
I had that happen today. Like,
absolutely. I do that shit all the time.
Hey,
she's absolutely ignoring.
Hey, some people just don't have Messenger though.
Or some people just don't like you.
Okay,
right?
but you can't check your Facebook messages without having Messenger unless you're on a computer.
But nobody said that they're checking the messages. She just said she's posting.
It'll tell you if they don't have Messenger though, because it'll say invite to Messenger.
Invite them to Messenger.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't. Because when you deleted yours, I wrote you and didn't say that.
Oh, what'd you say?
So,
All right.
so back to...
Alright. From
I was asking,
from personal experience, yeah.
I missed
I'd be
it.
part of
Sorry.
What's
Well,
Yeah,
I guess my thing is why do people feel like they're entitled to a response just because they hit you up?
Talk that shit.
Communication.
I don't.
It
wanna
just
talk
be
right
like
now. It's
because
like I don't have to.
people separate
Actually.
technology and communication for whatever reason when it's the entire purpose of communication. When you sitting in front of somebody, if you speak to them and they don't speak back, you're gonna feel offended. You're gonna feel some type of way. It's no
Yeah,
different
that's
just because it's
true,
on a computer or
but
a
that's
phone
my
or
thing,
something
though.
like
I feel like just like in person, I give you the perfect example. We've all been through this situation. We all employ like a motherfucker in this bitch.
Right.
Who haven't got on the elevator and somebody get on and you say, good morning. There's the motherfucker who's chipper as fuck, want to ask you how your weekend was, hey, how you doing, all that shit. And then there's the asshole who just get on and get in the corner of the elevator and don't want to talk.
That's the motherfucker that's ignoring your messages. They're leaving you on
Exactly.
But why-
You need to pick up on the body language.
But why they have to be an asshole?
But when you friends with
you don't
somebody,
know.
or so you think you are
Right.
anyway, you expect the decency of a response.
Right.
When you friends with somebody,
Yeah,
strangers don't know
but
you nothing.
that's true, but so we're talking about
Strangers don't know you nothing. My friends, you ain't even got.
But
the
we're not
decency to
even talking
acknowledge
about
me.
friends though.
I agree with Anita Harwood on that.
Yeah, well, you have to be if you sending somebody a message on
We're gonna get a
Messenger.
nickname for you.
If you have a name on
Long
Messenger,
Dick
you
Mark.
have to see.
Just chill, man.
I'm not calling him because
Anyway, get your shit off. I'm sorry.
You have to.
That nigga getting sleepy.
Yeah, you.
We need to get Ben a name.
Nah, no name.
Facts.
No name.
We
Facts.
do.
I think I made up a name on it.
Mr. Ceiling.
No ceilings. No ceilings.
Hey,
And with that, we're
I took the top out the
This
name
message has been brought
back.
to you by Cabo, whatever the fuck name it. What was the name of that shit?
Cantina, Cabo
Cantina.
Cantina.
Cabo Cantina.
Hey, drink up. Ain't nobody took their cup in a minute.
Drink up.
I've been sipping while you was interviewing you. What are you doing?
My shit watered down. Hold up.
Now,
I was dancing to
Pass me
music.
that, please.
I was getting my shit off the tip.
Thank you.
but yeah, if somebody that you're not friends with on Facebook or anything, if you're not friends and you send a message, it don't
It
go.
goes to like a special
Yeah,
inbox.
it goes somewhere else.
That's
Hey, but
It goes nowhere.
You can be friends with somebody on Facebook and not be friends with them.
Yeah, you
That's
want-
true,
you want
too.
to follow them.
And
You want to
also,
follow
let's
them,
keep
yeah.
in mind that the scenario that I read was a scenario where it was a nigga trying to holler at someone. So it's like,
She might not want to talk to your ass, man.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, is she supposed to make like this proclamation, like,
No,
hey, such and such effective today? I decided that I'm no longer interested in you. So
Well, I mean, and honestly, she may not even
be
be that kind of person. She just probably want to avoid the confrontation. Like, look, I don't want to fuck with you. She may not be that straightforward. Some people ain't 100 like that.
Listen, you don't owe nobody nothing. If you try to talk to somebody, you shoot your shot, that's on you. They don't have to respond to you.
I've been shooting shots all summer 19.
Awesome, and
All
19.
summer 19.
Fuck you ever
Shooting
mean?
my shots.
That's happening more now. Like women are more going after what they want now.
You have
These niggas
to.
not doing it.
Women always been doing what they
These
want,
niggas not doing
except when it comes to men for some odd reason.
What? What are you saying?
Yo, what?
I said women always been going after what they want, except for when it come to men.
That's
Please,
not
please,
true.
please explain what you're
That is totally untrue.
Y'all, as women, y'all haven't always been going after what y'all wanted.
Right. So I'm trying to understand the
I
except
said,
for men part.
except for men. Most women haven't been going after the men that they want.
That's a whole ass lie.
They've been waiting on the man.
So
to come talk to them.
what exactly is she supposed to do?
Whatever she want to do. If she like him,
But I'm saying, like,
go shoot her
what
shot.
is a woman supposed to do or say to let a person know that she's interested?
If she like him, go shoot her shot. The same thing a nigga's supposed to do to go.
I think you're making a
Facts.
false assumption.
So chick comes up to you and says, "Okay, I want to go out with you someplace." Is that easy? That's what I'm saying.
To come up to me, yeah. Now, if it's successful or not, it's the same. It's the same rate as if it do.
That's the major key right there. If it's successful.
But what I'm saying is all dudes not always successful. Right?
Is it about how she came up
So
like,
it's not
damn,
always
daddy, I'm trying to go
successful.
out with you. What's the happening, B?
If it's
So it's a
unsuccessful,
hanging I get that bitch a dap. Like, what's up, my nigga?
if it's unsuccessful,
What's happening, my nigga? What happened?
if it's unsuccessful, then the logical assumption should be that he's not interested, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if she shot her shot and the nigga didn't take the bait, that means he's not interested,
Right, that's what I would assume if he's not interested.
right?
What do you mean by taking the bait? Like, he didn't just...
Like, if she's like, hey, I want, hey, what's up?
Did he just shut her down completely, or did he be like, all right, we can, we can be cool and
or he might have like, and it is possible for niggas to put chicks in the friend zone too. So he might have just been like, oh, haha, that's cute, type shit.
Or
You can put chicks in the friend zone.
Or what if he just wait till see how motherfucker move? Because
how long do you think it takes a person to see how long a motherfucker moves?
Some dudes aren't just about getting pussy.
Ben, how long do you think it takes for a nigga to see how a bitch moves?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Like a year or what?
No, it ain't gonna take you. Well, it's all about how much you around her.
I just
right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but I feel like maybe knowing what they want when they meet chicks.
Yeah,
like they be knowing, and if it's women that they really interested in, they be scoping them out long before they say something to them.
Big facts. I think it's a chick that
I know,
on Facebook.
I know chicks do that shit. I know whether or not I want to fuck with a nigga within 5 minutes of meeting them.
That's women for sure.
However, you can see him and feel like that, but if he start acting a certain way, that's what kind of make you kind of iffy about it.
He start acting a certain way and be like, okay, this was a mistake. Bye.
It's a chick on Facebook now. Like she posts like all kind of like revealing pictures and shit, and then turn around and be like, man, I'm just gonna be single forever.
What that got to do with anything?
I think I said that.
A lot of niggas. No, that wasn't you.
What's that?
You post revealing pictures?
A lot of niggas don't like women that post those type of pictures.
I don't give a fuck what niggas like.
Well, that's how she feels. So that's why she. The type.
This
you can
kind
post
of
revealing
back.
pictures on holidays.
This reverts back to that conversation y'all had on the other show
know?
about chicks having twerking videos and all that shit on their page. That don't mean that's who they are.
True shit.
I think that bitches are allowed to post revealing pictures on holidays and their birthday.
I think women are allowed to do whatever the fuck they
I
want to
think
do
women are allowed
without
to do
getting
whatever
judgment
they
from niggas and other bitches.
Yeah, they should be able to do what they want to with their body.
I think
What you mean? Yeah,
I think-
Ben, you did not agree with that.
I think
No, you can do whatever you want to do.
Life ain't got shit to do
But
with you.
also, it's safe for you to assume that she's a whore.
Everybody's different.
And that's
Everybody's
fine.
not the same.
If I'm posting half nigga pictures all the time and you want to assume I'm a hoe, that's
But
on
that-
you.
I want to ask
I ain't
Ben a
got to
question,
fuck with
though,
you.
because I didn't get to
I ain't got to
ask
fuck
Ben
with you.
this question.
I'm gonna move
Right.
on to the next nigga that's like, hey,
That's
you cute.
facts.
Let me try to get inside your mind real quick. What else you about?
Can I
That's
ask
facts.
Ben a
And,
question? real quick?
and that's what I think that's what we were trying to say on Wednesday is
It is what he was trying to say.
If you want to get to know a person, it don't matter what they put up on their post,
Right.
on their social media.
And that's where they were
you
getting
guys.
That's how people be looking at nympho though.
Hold on.
And that's what I said. I said it's a lot of women that I know that say they don't like him because of what he posts. But I say if you really want to know Nympho,
He's a cool ass
yeah.
dude.
Nympho cool, but he's still a pervert ass nigga. So that's
but
still.
perverts can be
Some
cool
chicks
ass
like
dudes.
perverts.
Everybody's a pervert.
Some chicks like
I'm a
perverts.
pervert.
I'm a big
Now-
pervert.
Everyone's a pervert.
I'm super.
There's different levels
I
though.
mean, I know this.
No, there are different
They're
levels.
different
I know
levels.
disgusting.
That nigga Nympho is like two. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, don't say it. But let me.
Because
ask you-
I said it before on
He's
the
not
show.
here to defend himself. Don't
Yeah,
talk
I'm not.
about
Let me
it.
ask you a question, Ben, because I've been wanting to ask you this.
Okay.
You don't want a plain Jane, do you?
You do.
Like, even though I know, like, you were saying, like,
I mean, I'm a plain Jane. Why wouldn't I?
but that's the whole point. Plain Janes need a little spice in their
They don't
life.
want to look.
Nobody
really
wants
barefoot and pregnant
another
type
plain
woman.
Jane. That's fucking
That's all
boring.
you want.
2 plain Janes, like,
That's
the
all you
fuck,
want.
dude? What are y'all gonna do? Read books?
Yo,
You can
That's
have a
what
lot.
you
You can have a lot in common.
Yeah.
I done walked on the wild side before, and the shit didn't work out.
But
Well,
you asking that
circumstances
question
were
and
different.
forgetting that people like what they like. Not everybody likes them.
But I want to know
Very true.
because I want to know, like, you like Demetria Olabar, right? Obalar,
Who's, oh, that's the.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
aka Weather Bay.
Relax.
She's not a plain Jane.
Oh, let me mute this nigga mic for a second.
Nah. Look, it ain't him you need to be worried about. That's really my bitch.
The chick who they were making that controversy about for her.
Yes, with her having curves and shit.
Hold on, you talking about the teacher or you talking about the weather chick?
Both of them.
The teacher bad too.
Both of them, they beautiful.
So my point is being like, I think I have an idea of the type of person that you like, and
I don't even have a type. That's the whole thing.
Okay, let's talk about that because that's a topic in and of itself.
Nah, I'm not.
I got on my homegirl about that. My homegirl told me she didn't have a type.
Crazy.
And I feel like by not having a type, it's almost like you're opening it up to anybody.
You definitely have.
You gotta have
because there's a specific type of woman you won't accept. So you definitely have a type.
Yeah. Well, I think when people say type,
you just don't conform to the idea of I ain't got no type. You just don't conform to that.
No.
But you definitely have a type because there is a type of woman you won't accept. To be able to have someone to exclude means that you have someone to include. That's true.
You're right.
So
now usually when the type coming up, I think I go straight physical. A physical thing.
Yeah, type could be personality too.
Okay, well, yeah, okay.
I don't like people who are like too quiet because it's boring.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I like to have a little excitement in my life. I want somebody who's willing to try new things, and
right.
You know, you just not.
So the thing is, look, it's like this. It's like this.
Type.
So if we all have that type to where we know what we want, and it don't work at this point, we have to try different things, right, to see if that works.
Yeah.
But just because it didn't work with that individual doesn't mean that your type should be totally eliminated.
Well, I'm talking about up to this point.
Those individuals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's those individuals.
More than just one.
Everybody up to this point. So, like, if me, like...
You're assuming that they're all the same type of person?
Well, they're all his type, is what I'm assuming.
Who?
No. It's clearly there's something... It's something special in each of them that's attractive.
It could be.
Now, I've always said it's me. It can't be everybody else.
Well, I'm talking about people. I'm talking about people in general, though.
Right.
So like if I have a certain type, like I'm going for this type of person, and it don't work, okay, and maybe I need to try something else because I keep going after these type of people.
I like my types though.
What's your type?
I don't want to say it.
Why
you don't want to say your type? This is no motherfucking rules.
Okay,
so not.
This ain't no rules.
And it's seriously not another fucking podcast.
This is more seriously not another podcast.
This is seriously no.
But the point is that Townhouse Media don't have no fucking rules. Like so.
What? You better. That's the head of PR over there.
Oh, so Townhouse Media got rules now.
Do your show have rules?
No.
I got rules for myself.
You should know from my show that we don't have rules.
Yeah, I mean, I know you slap headphones off.
I'm saying it, and we talk about all type of shit that it's no holds barred.
So this is my thing. How successful has you go after the same type of person all the time?
For the most part.
Now,
I will say that I have noticed a lot of similarities. There she go. I will say I've noticed a lot of similarities in the
market. So that's what I'm saying. So
and present people that I want to shoot my shot at, I've noticed that they all have similarities.
Now, but in your mind, are you going off of like, or maybe that's just that one. Maybe just that one. Have you ever tried to go outside the box and see how that was, and then jump back into your type?
Yeah.
And excuse me, and that didn't work either.
All hell broke loose. I think types are there for a reason.
So when you stepped out of your comfort zone,
I think types are there for a reason because you know what you can handle, and when you go outside of that comfort zone, if you don't tread carefully, all hellfire breaks loose, and that's what.
Yeah, I stepped out of comfort zone ready to kill a motherfucker.
Outside of my type once,
allegedly.
It was dangerous.
Allegedly.
You said it was dangerous when you stepped outside of your type.
I stepped outside of my type once, and the shit was dangerous.
For who? For you or for him?
Nope.
Y'all was fighting each other?
Look, from the intro to that book.
Look.
It's possible.
And this podcast is brought to you by Gentleman Jack.
Gentlemen.
Where you sit responsibly.
I am perfectly capable of handling myself. I am not afraid to call nobody for extra help.
Huh?
I'm perfectly capable of handling myself if something like that pops off, but I definitely
okay.
have no problem calling anybody else to help.
Got you.
If it
I don't
gets to
need
that
help. I got
serious.
whole ass bricks on the sideline.
I'm just saying. I ain't never had a problem that I couldn't handle, but
That's what your grandmother
if I
told
don't
you.
have to,
Exactly.
you know, if I don't have to, I ain't going to. I ain't gonna break there and now these days fighting with no ladies.
Oh no, that's
Not
out.
these days.
I'm not fighting anybody. I don't want to.
Not these days.
There's
I ain't
no
got
need
that
to
kind
fight.
of time. I ain't got that kind of energy these days. I've outgrown a lot of that shit.
Yeah, you just remove yourself from the situation.
It's 'cause you're
Nobody
getting
needs to
old.
fight.
Nobody asked you.
Oh, okay. I was just telling you.
Shit.
Nobody
I
asked
can't
you.
But getting older.
Ain't you like 40? Shut up.
Yeah, relax. Don't tell nobody that.
I can definitely admit that I'm.
You don't
old.
tell your girlfriends that they old, do you?
I don't carry excess baggage.
I thought you
And
like
Lord
cougars.
knows he like old bitches.
I thought you like a mature.
That don't mean I have excess baggage.
I didn't say you.
Who said anything about baggage? We said you like old bitches.
Well, I guess that this show is over.
He like old bitches with the
This
nice
show has
hair.
been brought to you by
Old bitches with nice hair. I don't even know what nice hair is, so I can't even say.
old bitches with the nice hair and shit with the Aquanet and the
The pink oil sheen.
I won't be sending this to our sponsors. This shit is staying on. This shit would not be going to the
This
sponsors.
is between us.
So
Yeah.
back to the
No,
title.
nigga, this shit going live.
We gotta cut that part out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to splice.
We gotta edit that part.
Yeah.
What? They know they old.
Not to cut you off. Back to the type
The type. Yeah.
question. So everybody don't think that they got types.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah,
I mean, but you don't think that there's a trend of things that you have seen in past relationships and things that you have seen in people that you might want to shoot your shot at? You don't think that there's similarities in them? Y'all thinking hard.
I'm trying to think of everybody that was in a relationship with, if they have anything in common.
You do relationships?
I have before.
Yeah. What about you?
I have before. That's how I got to this point. If I don't do excess baggage.
people,
Well,
everybody I've been in relationships with, is total opposite. Everybody was different from each other.
Right.
I had a white chick that act hip. I won't say act black. She was a hip.
She had hips.
No, she
You
act
should
hip.
be ashamed of yourself.
Why should he be ashamed of himself?
For what? Love is love, man.
It clearly wasn't.
It wasn't. And shit, ain't none of us found love yet. Cause
Wait,
I found love
Wait.
in a hopeless place.
Hey, can you be in a successful? Can you be in a successful relationship and it just don't work out?
Yeah, I think so.
in a hopeless place. I'm sorry, y'all.
You said, can you be in a successful relationship and it just doesn't work? I think
Absolutely, because honestly,
Yeah.
me and my ex are good.
I think we probably all have found somebody that we love. It just didn't work out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To me, that's
I
the most. Oh,
No,
This-
I'm not.
that's
this
the
is
most
roughly
mature
about
way
it.
to end a relationship is to just recognize, like, I love you enough to admit that we're not compatible.
that's
Like,
that's
I
the shit-
don't want to
that's the
fuck
shit I
you
was talking
over,
to
and I don't
about
want you to
at
fuck me
Cabo.
over.
Well,
Like,
Can
we're
we-
not compatible.
Are people mature enough to just say I love you enough to admit that I was wrong?
Yeah.
It
I
take,
don't
it
know.
take a
I've
long time
never
to get
been
that.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that.
I've
take
never
a
been
long
wrong,
time
so I
to
don't
get
know what that's like.
I bet.
But this is
I've
the shit
never
that I
been
was
wrong.
talking to AC about earlier. I just ended a 6-year relationship
I don't know what
because I just knew it wasn't going to progress any further than what it was. It wasn't that he was a bad dude. I just knew that we weren't going to go any further.
Did you feel like
And we were both well, I walked away. We were both mature enough to say that this is as far as it's going to go.
now when you walked away, were you involved with anybody else?
No.
Okay.
No.
I walked away from relationships and wasn't involved with nobody else. It ran its course.
And it wasn't,
What
even, it
what
wasn't
happens?
even nothing like that. There wasn't even like, no, I think you might be fucking with other bitches, or
Yeah.
I'm interested in other niggas. It wasn't even nothing like that. I just knew that we weren't going to progress any further. It doesn't always have to be somebody else involved to
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get into y'all personal shit, but
Why not?
I'm not gonna do that. But
I will.
It's just to see like
It's no problem.
if you walk away
We're all
from
open
like
here.
I wonder what
Go ahead.
happened. You don't have to speak
Go ahead.
on you don't have to speak on it, but what was the indication to where you like, yo, we done hit our roof or our ceiling, like this is it from here. I might as well walk
hit
away.
the ceiling.
I was continuously seeking progression, wasn't occurring.
Right.
And and it's not like it was a up in the air thing. We had several discussions on it. So there was definitely many chances given, like, well, what are you planning to do? What are you going to do? Da, 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 da.
Oh.
Like, we had conversations on it. What do you do? What do you want to do to progress? And he had no ambition. He had no set goals.
I mean, for me, it's just like the chicks got comfortable in a relationship. Like,
right, he
like
got comfortable.
Her just being there was good enough.
Exactly, and I think that was the biggest problem, is that he was entirely too comfortable.
Right.
And it's nothing like, you expect people to get comfortable when you've been together for a certain period of time, but not to the point where it delays progress. I got goals. I want a family. I want a house. I want, I have goals. And if you're not doing anything in this relationship to help the both of us get to those goals, there's no point in me continuing with you.
You have to.
That's what I'm saying. That's when I knew that I had invested too much time and saw no progress.
It's a level of complacency that you don't want to reach.
Right. So I just came to the realization that I was investing way too much time in someone who wasn't going to invest in our future.
Yeah, and to you, absolutely, there's no wrong of walking away from something like that.
Right, and I don't hate the dude. He don't hate me. It was amicable. It just wasn't gonna go any further.
What about your situation?
No, it wasn't.
Something similar though, like it.
Yeah, no, I mean, with me, like I said, I felt like she just got way too comfortable in a relationship where, like, her just being
a
there. Girlfriend was, was enough. And I had conversations with her, and at the end of the day, I was just like, yo, this is not going to work for me. And I don't want to be in a relationship with you where I don't want to be happy, because one of us will get fucked over.
It's a cold world, baby girl. Loving me is not enough.
That wasn't amicable because she started stalking and started doing all kind of crazy shit. So
she should have stayed on her shit, and she still could have had you.
Not my fault.
Progression is important. We work too hard to stay the same.
Yeah,
I work way too hard.
Can't be stagnant. You have to have goals, couple relationship goals. And
in 5 years, I found my career path. I started writing books. I started in school.
Wait, hold on.
I was like, that's too much.
Hold on. Before, every time she named something, you're supposed to hit the round of applause.
I'm so into the damn story, nigga. I'm glued to the damn story, nigga.
I am too, but come on.
We need a new engineer. You come engineer, nigga. Let me be sitting here into the story, nigga.
Come on, Blueprint.
I'm sitting here. That's just on the mic, nigga. That's not behind the board. Shit.
But I felt like I was doing too much, and I felt like he wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
I mean, you was going to work every day. That's cool, but that's it. It just wasn't enough.
Was it safe? Was it money being saved to go towards a crib, or like?
On my part.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what could he have done more? Because you said just going to work and that's it. What you felt he could have did more to help?
For one, he hated his job, but he didn't want to do nothing else to change it. That's a problem. If you hate your job, why are you going? Why would you want to stay in it?
Why are you wasting a third of your day?
Exactly, you wasting a third of your day doing shit that you hate.
Right.
But you know that it's a craft or a trade or something out there that you love to do, but you don't want to go for it. Why?
At least you told him that, because some women just won't even get that push.
And then there was something else, like because he also had 2 daughters or whatever. I don't want to go too much further into this, but there's shit that's important with your jobs. Full benefits, 401ks, life insurance policies, all that kind of shit.
Right.
If you're not trying to focus on that kind of shit, we doomed.
Especially if you have kids.
That's important shit.
Yeah, you gotta have the shit for the kids.
That's important shit. We doomed. And like I said, it wasn't just a off the cuff, oh no, this ain't gonna work. This was several discussions in the making over the years. Several discussions.
But that's adult communication though. Is several discussions. So I can agree with that. You don't just up and leave somebody that you really
not after 6 years.
Yeah, she put the work in and she tried. Now I salute you for that, because
Hey, you gotta support black men.
Yeah,
you got to.
Yeah, you can walk away from a situation with your head held high, knowing that you gave your all and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So you tried everything. You stayed there.
He was a black man with raising 2 beautiful black daughters. That look up to him. You gotta support black men and make sure that they doing what they need to do. But it's a difference between supporting somebody who has goals and who's trying and, you know, hitting obstacles and shit versus somebody who's just not doing shit. It's different.
Ben.
Well, that, huh?
AC, you want that?
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, that was a wonderful deep dive into the relationship stuff. I don't know if you want to keep going or if you want to end it there. But
Let's talk about something else.
Go ahead, let's go.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah, it's you. You set this up. This is your world. Let's go.
This is the AC show featuring the
Peanut Gallery.
Featuring Ben, Mark, and Anita Harwood.
Man,
if
if only that was the case. I don't know. I just didn't want to talk about that anymore. I started getting in my feelings real quick.
Oh shit.
It's okay, babe. It's okay.
No, I'm still hurt.
It's all right.
It's not all right.
It's a better day coming.
Ben, I'm gonna still your co-host because she got to come back to Vegas with me.
Oh yeah.
I am Vegas is one of my favorite places.
Oh, yeah, she'll turn up.
No, she's not coming back.
Oh.
AC is mine. She's coming.
There you go.
Well,
this show was brought to you by.
This shit is brought to you by. I don't know which way that conversation's going, but it's going there.
Well, that's hilarious. All right, you guys. I love you guys. I love all of you guys. Seriously. Right.
You feel me? You feel it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Little heartbeat issues.
You feel me?
Seriously.
Let's get it. Anything you saying here?
Y'all my niggas, man.
You don't love me, nigga?
Y'all my niggas.
Oh, fuck you.
I fuck with y'all heavy.
Look, you can't say
that's
you
not
don't
enough.
love somebody.
That's not enough.
Exactly.
No.
That's not enough?
No, it's not enough.
It's tough for men to sit and express that.
And that's the problem right there. It's
That's not a
tough for
problem.
y'all to express a lot of things.
No, it's not.
And it shouldn't always be on us to have to do all the men's work.
Listen, I fuck with y'all.
I'm talking about between two men. Like, that's my nigga. That's what you leave it. That's my nigga.
I get that. But I'm a woman, and I said I love all of y'all.
Hey, see, I love you,
And
girl.
he said, that's my nigga.
I say y'all my niggas.
Y'all
I don't. But wait, you gonna single out AC and I me?
Uh-oh. Look,
See,
look
now you got
how it started.
Now you got problems.
You see what the problem is? When I say y'all my niggas, that wasn't good enough.
You have to do individual love.
Nah. Hey, listen. There's a lot of love in this room coming
I
from
bought
me.
you a Patron shot.
I love you too.
I wanted to bring up something which is
Wait, hold on.
kind
I
of...
wish you had a camera because I go give her a hug.
I got a topic for y'all.
Watch out, I ain't looking for nobody. Watch out, nigga.
I want to bring
nobody.
up something that's kind of in line with what Nise was just talking about.
Love?
It's always about love. So,
I got a question too when you're done.
you ever be like,
Right,
it is what it is, but deep inside your
Nope.
heart wishes shit would be different?
Nope. If I say
What?
it is what it is, then it is what it is.
Okay. Well, if it is what it is, then it is what it is. I was asking because it was, some shit that was on my timeline.
Okay, say it again. What's the question?
You ever be like, it is what it is, but deep inside your heart wishes shit would be different?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then why y'all say it is what it is?
You the only nigga
Because
that
you
said
know
that.
it's not gonna change.
Because you
We know it
can't
is.
change it.
Right. Sometimes you got, it goes back to what
You
we were
do-
just talking about.
your
Sometimes
situation.
you gotta accept the fact that y'all just not compatible, even though you wish that y'all were, because that's somebody who you really fuck with, but it is what it is. Like, what you gonna do? Press the line? Like,
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like
Walk
regret.
away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna regret it. Like, I wish.
I mean-
nah, like it is. Like if I came to a conclusion where I'm saying it is what it is, 'cause
But
I
sometimes,
know it is what it is. Man, if a chick say it is what it is, I'm okay. It is what it is.
sometimes
It is what it is.
what
It's just like, okay, whatever.
But sometimes it is what it is. Don't even necessarily have to be like the full ass relationship shit. It could be like even in dating, like
You don't even have to
you
be
out
that. It
here-
could just be casual.
It could be
acquaintances.
casual. It could be whatever, and you wish the shit could be different, but it's not. And you're like,
I
it
got
is what it
homegirls
is.
I don't even fuck with regularly because they're the kind of person that I have to love from afar. And
Man,
it just
say
is
that
what it
again.
is. It just is what it is in that case.
Long cleavage.
I don't know who long cleavage is. You looking at the wrong person. Ben,
But you gonna pull up and smoke with bitches though.
Oh, that's who long cleavage is. This show is brought to you by hoes that fucking lie.
This message.
I'm out the loop on this one. I don't know.
And they got brown lips.
This message is brought to you by
When you
what's the name of that
Nigga, you can't.
Oh no, wait. This message is brought to you by Lane Bryant.
Kim don't say that.
Come get you a bra.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you need to cover up the long cleavage?
Hey,
It's a semi-annual sale, my nigga.
yeah, we got the 30% annual sale.
We got the G's.
Hey,
Are they G's?
They
They
go
got-
all the way up to G.
damn.
Baby H, right?
Yeah, H, Triple H.
They don't. Wow.
The wrestler?
No,
Triple H, double H R.
Triple H.
Wow. Anyway, I don't even smoke. So for Shorty to say that shit is wild. Like I haven't had a conversation with Shorty since high school. But anyway,
I don't know about that.
and
But all right.
Okay, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah, please.
So, do y'all think, it's for you too, Ben, do y'all think that social media has destroyed or enhanced social communication and skills?
Destroyer.
Because now you got, the anytime, anywhere, text a person instantaneous response type shit versus, back in the day, pagers, you had to wait for somebody to get you back. And
Yeah, cell phones
then you
in
got
general.
people who, just don't talk to people. They're antisocial in general.
That's me.
Other people are anxious, have anxieties. They don't talk to people in general.
Yeah.
Do you think social media helps or enhances it or further destroys it for you?
Not social media by itself, but just technology in general.
In general?
Yeah. I remember I was like in 11th grade, I had a pager. You know what I'm saying? So like them days where if you don't feel like talking, you could page me. Or wasn't no phone around.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have cell phones to where.
there ain't no phone around.
Well, that's a good thing of having two phones because I'll be like, oh, that phone wasn't by me.
I think social media has enhanced my communication skills and relationships. I don't like people. I don't like to talk to people.
I
don't like talking to people.
And I
either.
only know y'all because I've been interacting with y'all.
Right.
I just...
I think I
And
have
I was
an
like
effect.
slowly brought into this group. It's just
Nise.
I
have an effect on people that make people love me that
you
don't
do.
like
That's why
talking
you
to
coming
me.
home with me,
I'm-
baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute.
I agree.
Coming home with me.
I agree with Nita Harwood. Like, I don't like people. So like that shit
And
is
people
helping
be
me learn.
people be thinking you mean when you don't like people. It's just,
Yeah. I just don't
I
like people.
can't.
I'm kind of mean,
I
but
like
I'm good.
people
I don't
until
think
they
I'm-
give me a reason not to.
I don't think I'm mean. I just don't like people.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
mean
think
as
I'm
fuck,
mean, but people have said I'm mean.
but I just don't.
I'm the nicest one at the table.
No, you're
Clearly.
not.
I don't think that's true.
It has to be. You said you're mean. You said you're
No,
mean. He said he don't like people.
No,
and I
no,
fucking love people.
I never
I don't
said-
like talk-
I never
I don't
said
like
was
talking.
mean.
I fuck with people until they give me a reason not to.
I never
So
said-
clearly, I'm the nicest one at the
I
table.
never said I was mean. I said I don't like people.
You don't like people.
That don't mean that. That
He
don't mean
said
That's
he's
under
mean.
that could be under
And
there.
he
Not
said
really.
she don't like people, and I fucking love everybody.
not really because when
I don't.
if you get to know me, everybody say I'm nice. Everybody say I'm cool.
You're
I
neutral.
just don't like people.
I'm not
but
friendly
I'm still
though.
nicer
Like,
than you
Why do you think that?
because you don't like people deep down.
I
And
don't-
deep
I
down,
don't.
I like people until they
But
give me a
you
reason
could
not
be nice to the people that you do like.
Right.
to. Right.
So
I am
if you stick around long enough for me to
I am
like you,
amazingly
I'm
sweet to
nice.
people I fuck with.
yeah,
To
that's,
people I fucks with, I am amazingly sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone else is just like, I don't know you.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
yeah. Like, look, we'll just leave it. Like, I have Facebook friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll just leave it there on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it right there.
That's why I said you can have
Facts.
Facebook friends and not be friends.
Keep it right there.
Facts.
Big
keep
Luther.
it, keep it Facebook.
Big Luther edition.
Nothing,
Keep it right there.
nothing after that. Just you know, I don't know.
I don't have Facebook friends. Like
I'm
you're
your
just
Facebook
No,
friend.
you're
That's how we met.
just on Facebook.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
your
I'm- well, that's
Facebook
what they
friend.
call it. They call
Comment
them
on your
friends.
shit, like, but you're not my friend.
Wait. You comment on people that's like even if like we friends, I don't comment on a lot of people's shit.
I come on everybody.
You come on everybody's shit. Is that what she said?
That is what she said.
I thought that's what you said.
Look, okay.
Fuck
I
it.
know I said you got my homie, but I ain't got that kind of plastic wrap on it.
Wait.
What the fuck?
I ain't got enough saran wrap, bro.
Comment.
Do I need tarp?
What the fuck?
This
Yeah.
message is brought to you by Tony
Hey,
Tart.
Hey, B, can we borrow that green curtain real quick?
Oh,
We might need that.
oh, my Jesus.
You know, you gotta.
All right, y'all.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
I'm gonna have to put one of the most slippery one wet signs in front of the door.
Damn.
Shoot the bucket.
What?
That ends the show for Saturday. This is the first Saturday show ever done, and this probably be the last. Thank you.
Yeah, that shit is
You say that every time you come on some shit.
gonna be some slippery slopes.
What?
Oh, phrasing.
Every time I come on some shit, I say that.
Phrasing. I hope that ain't what you say when you
This
come
is the
on
last
something.
sign.
Jesus.
And that's what you say when you come
This
on
is the
some shit.
last sign.
You need to go study.
Y'all need to-
This is the last time I'm coming on Saturday. This is the last time I'm coming on Sunday.
Well, you should come. Nothing. We're not going to be jumping into this conversation.
Look.
Y'all nasty, man.
No, we're really, this is a legitimate conversation. We're talking about coming on the show. That's what we're talking about. Coming on the show.
Yeah, okay.
I've never came
It's
on
a
the show.
Saturday.
I've never came on the show.
I hope none of you come on the show.
You never know knowing info.
I think Ben has came on the show.
He might have a girl with him underneath the table.
Wow. Ben, have you ever came on the show?
I'm on every show.
Exactly.
You don't even know what button to
That
push.
nigga's always coming on the show.
Yo, I thought you was about to press that.
That nigga
I started to
comes on
hit
every
Kip.
show.
I like Kip. I got this one, Kip.
He comes on every show.
Wait, I want another cue.
Well, does anybody else have anything else they want to get off?
What are the other suckers?
Anita Harwood, do you have any questions for Townhouse Media?
Next.
Man, now is the time. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I have any questions?
I mean, is there any topic that we've ever discussed that you want to chime in on that we haven't talked about tonight?
Nah, that's some shit I'll probably talk
Everybody
to y'all off air
doesn't
about,
get the privilege to
though.
do this.
There's some shit I'll probably talk to y'all off air about, but
Oh,
No. Okay.
off-air conversation.
I do think that y'all last couple shows was really good on all the platforms. Y'all the last couple shows was really good.
Nice.
Y'all had some pretty deep topics for it. And y'all know I share all the shows that come out or whatever.
Appreciate it.
Every time y'all go live, I get a little notification I share them. But the last couple shows in general for seriously not another podcast and No Rules, they were both really good. Y'all had some very deep topics, some controversial shit. I do think that some of y'all need a little bit more education on some of the topics, but
Which ones? Let's hear it. So we can't hear.
y'all doing good with the topics in general. I think y'all need to keep that shit up. Because
Yes, indeed.
in turn, you educate each other with those types of conversations that y'all been having. You educate each other, you teach each other, you learn from each other, and whether someone is not familiar with specific topics, you have to acknowledge that whether you want the responsibility or not, each of you has a platform now.
Yep.
Man.
Reach people that you may not have intended to reach, and
Like, who the
sometimes
fuck is Morris?
sometimes shit you say is
That's true.
is said to these people. So I think that with the topics you guys touch on is great. Just some of them you might want to just do a little bit more education on the show rather than personal opinions.
And that's the thing that Ben always says about all our shows is that it's like authentic because it's off the hip. So sometimes I think that
Yeah, it is authentic.
they don't always, we don't always get the opportunity to get, abreast to certain topics.
I
Because
don't know what that was, but that's nasty.
Breast isn't nasty.
It's the candy I have.
Oh.
in her mouth. See, the thing about it is that we don't always get the opportunity to get on game about certain topics up front because it's all freestyle.
Right.
And as much as, and I think that we talked about that earlier, like everybody represents a certain population of people. There's people who don't always have all the details about the sociological terms, but they have an opinion.
And that's what I appreciate about both No's and Seriously Not Another Podcast. You guys, not only do you have guests, but there's enough of you guys to bounce off of each other with, more than just opinions, but shit you might have read or heard or whatever, and it becomes more than just biased opinions. It becomes an actual topic of discussion.
And I think it's like everybody is learning together too. Because I was really proud of all of my homies for that last episode because I literally watched them go through the process of navigating through
super dope.
Those
that episode after 5
things. That was like a real experience, you know, and I'm sure there were some people who could relate to that, who were navigating through, damn, am I this? Or like, do I fall in this category?
I'm just a listener on Patreon. You know, some people.
And we appreciate
some people don't give a fuck what I have to
That's
say.
not just.
You're not just.
No.
Some people don't give a fuck what I have to say.
Don't put just in that, and we do.
Yeah.
But,
we appreciate
That's why we ask you now. You
and
bring
that's
it
why
up.
you're here.
Oh.
You rather not talk about it on air.
Yeah, because I don't like people. I'm trying to tell you, I could have just not been here.
Man, you have
And Lord knows.
I won't be here.
Well, you was invited to Cabo Cantina.
Well, I told you I had to go to a funeral.
Both of them were.
And I apologize. I'm sorry.
Did you go?
I did go to the funeral.
I was in what I say the name of that city was?
Lincoln Heights.
Lincoln Heights. I went to go look at a office space in Lincoln Heights.
That's okay. Because when y'all come to Vegas, we're gonna get drunk again, right?
Yeah, I'm coming out there in August. Yeah, I'll be out there in August.
I think I'm going too.
I'm going
You don't
too.
do the
You're
yearly
not
trips anymore, right?
Yeah, we do. We go on March.
You still do?
We still go on March.
Cool.
Every March we there.
The who
Set
trip?
up-
Oh,
those
in
yearly,
Vegas.
those
all
yearly
the homies.
Vegas trips.
So
Well, I'm coming with Ben in August.
You come.
And we're doing a show.
so before,
Facts.
yeah, I'm bringing
We'll come on
the
the show.
I'm bringing Kip.
I'm going to Vegas too.
Before this nigga's an asshole. Before we get out of here, can you tell the people where they can find Dying to Love 1 and 2?
Dying to Love You 1 and 2.
Oh, Dying to Love You 1 and 2.
Thank you. It is available on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, as well as BarnesandNoble.com.
Yes, indeed.
There you have
And
it.
hold on.
Not to
Anise
cut your
Daniel,
tears off.
Not Anita Harwood, by the way.
You can look under Nise Daniels. Do not look under Anita Harwood, or you can get a porno book.
I don't think she's Daniels. I think she's just Daniel.
No S. Anise
You can look under Nise Daniel.
Anise. Daniel.
Anise.
Bill Belichick.
I mean, you got to get her name right, because then if they start looking up Niece Daniels,
Yeah.
they're not going to find her.
I don't think that I
Anise
should have wrote under
Daniel.
Anise Daniel. I might do.
Bill Belichick is in the building. Right?
I mean, it's
Because
Anise Daniel.
I go by niece, but it's whatever. Niece or
Just saying.
But your
Y'all know
actual
who I am.
niece.
Anita Harwood.
Daniel.
Oh, without the S.
It's Daniel,
It's
David.
Daniel.
Just
Damn, Daniel.
Damn Daniel.
She had enough time to sit there and go over the name before. They was at Cabo Cantina.
Hey, before you get off air, we need this on air. Can everybody in here have your autograph?
absolutely.
I already got mine.
She got her.
My shit says
Okay.
KC, the team player.
But can me and Ben have your autograph?
Hey, the motherfucking team
I'm
player.
gonna get mine in August.
He got to find this book.
I gotta find
You
my
gotta
books.
find my books, nigga.
No, my books. They're mine. Once I buy them, they're
You might not
mine.
get an autograph.
I'm taking autograph now and in August. How about that?
Look,
You know about August. You're not going, nigga.
I'm not invited. Y'all niggas don't own Vegas. Fuck wrong with y'all? I can go if I want to go.
You ain't going
to
though.
Vegas as long as I'm in Vegas.
Right, he
That's
just
what I'm
said he
talking
just
about.
said he don't go places
I also just said I go to Vegas every year.
in March.
I'm going in August too.
Well, there you have it.
Before we end the show, call back to something we was talking about earlier. Shooting shots all summer 19. Just do it.
No.
All right.
I have no problem shooting my shot. I do that shit
That's okay.
daily.
Before we end the show, I'm gonna do mine right now. Mark, you wanna go to breakfast in the morning?
we
Yeah,
can.
think about it. No, you hesitated. No.
Look, let's get a round of applause for that again. Let's
Good
get a
night.
round of applause for
No,
that.
let's go to breakfast before you leave.
We need a round of applause.
Oh, you mean a real one?
Yes. I'm proud of you guys.
For what, going to breakfast?
Right.
I'm proud of you for committing to something.
Wow.
I go to work every day. I commit every day.
I don't think so. FMLA.
When's the last time you used FMLA?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer, everybody. See? He's just throwing shit out there.
Jeez Louise.
Y'all funny.
Well,
Where y'all niggas going? Roscoe's? What?
Hey, I ain't been to Roscoe's in years.
Look, that shit fly. The macaroni and cheese.
Wait,
is
y'all like
good.
Roscoe's?
Oh yeah, you don't like.
I'm about to say you better get
Okay.
there for the people get out of church.
All right, look.
Disgusting.
You pick the place. If we going, you pick the place.
We can go to Brews in Santa Monica. You like chicken and waffles, right?
Absolutely.
We can go to Brews in Santa Monica.
I'm with it.
Fire.
That shit is amazing.
I'm with it.
Oh, what?
You know
What's
what?
that place
I've never
that you
been.
said?
That shit is way better.
The
than-
flavor
I've never
table.
been.
Flavor table
Yeah.
So
fire.
that'll be new to me.
Yeah,
I've
we
never
can
been.
go.
I
That
need
shit
to
way,
struggle
that shit's way
with
better than
issue.
Roscoe's.
When y'all go to Vegas, y'all gotta go to a place called Lolo's. Anybody?
How
ever
about
heard of it?
Blueberry Hill?
Lolo's
Blueberry
my
Hills
favorite
is the
spot.
shit. Lolo's
Blueberry
is dope.
Hill
I
is
go
my
there every
go-to.
time I
That
come
shit's
out.
Lolo's
every
is like
fucking
a
time.
better Roscoe.
Lo-
I hate to say
Lolo's-
it, but it is.
Lolo's chicken is better than.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you
Lolo's
still have that
chicken.
homegirl who have the tattoo parties?
Wonder?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't even live on the side of the coast anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
She
I'm
did
still
the
in contact with her, but
She did the
just not-
homie tattoo and it was dope.
the one that say blessed.
Yeah, I want to say blessed.
I ran across him recently, and I recognized the tattoo like instantly. I was like, I know you.
And
She still do them. She's just not on this coast right now. She hasn't been for more than a year. I don't know when she's coming back, but if she does, I can let you know if you want more work done.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have come to the end of this show. This was wonderful.
Thank you
was.
so much for having me. I
It
really
was.
love and appreciate y'all, and I will continue to support Townhouse Media as an umbrella.
As well as here.
Shout out
Absolutely.
to Seriously Not Another Podcast.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to Too Much Game. Shout out to Cat vs. Dog. Shout out to No Rules and Townhouse Media.
And with just
As
like
a
that.
clique and as a motherfucking crew. And if you don't like Townhouse, nigga, fuck you too.
What about peace?
What about
Nigga,
peace?
Fuck peace.